So I have done 3 videos on this channel where I've talked about cheap AliExpress watches and how I've had, we can say, mixed results with them. When I did my State of the Collection watch collection video, I talked about some of the AliExpress watches I bought that like bit me in the butt and I hate them and I don't like them at all and I thought they were a waste of money and they didn't satisfy my need for wanting the real thing and I just wasted my money on them. But then I did a review where I talked about an AliExpress watch that I really liked. Then I did a video recently where I talked about my Rolex and the reason why I bought a Rolex, even though I primarily stick to less expensive watches for the most part. But whatever the case, whatever the video is, you guys jump down into the comments every time and say the same stuff. But freaking the watches from AliExpress they're so good. All you need is a San Martin watch. Some of those watches they're even better than some of the best Swiss watches I've ever had. For realsies? Really? they're better? I mean, some of them are really good, and you do get a big bang for your buck buying these Far East made watches. I'm not saying they're poorly designed or poorly built, but they're usually just rip-offs of other watches. They're homages. They're knockoffs. But I took your words under advisement and I went back over to AliExpress with the full intent of trying to find one of these legendary AliExpress watches that puts the Swiss watches to shame. But instead of doing that, I bought the dumbest, cheapest, stupidest watch I could find on that entire freaking website. I don't know why this was recommended to me, but when I saw it, it took my breath away. Now, I love mechanical watches. I love vintage watches. I love neo-vintage. I love new stuff. I love the Swiss watches, but I also love digital watches. I love Casio. I love G-Shocks. I've got many of them, more of those than anything else. And I think the algorithm on AliExpress is confused about who I am as a consumer. This guy loves luxury. He likes gaudy stuff. He likes to wear expensive things. But he also likes the crappiest, stupidest digital watches ever. What can we give him that will satisfy all of those needs? And my God, did they knock it out of the freaking park. You guys know what an open heart watch is? Have you ever seen an open heart watch? These watches that have like a dial, but there's a cutout on the dial where you can see the movement underneath. Maybe it's the balance wheel or part of the escapement. You see little tinklies going on inside the watch. It's beautiful. It's like having an exhibition case back that's 1/10 of the size right on the front of the watch, you know, to distract you all day. What if you made an open heart watch for a watch that didn't have any moving parts in it? It was all electronic. What if it just had a circuit board? What if it was an open heart circuit board watch that's an homage of a Casio? Let me introduce you to the Sanda 6216. That's not Panda, that's not Santa. It's a combination of those two words, Sanda. This is obviously an homage to the Casio World Time. But instead of keeping the extra little, I don't know, displays on it that show the secondary time or like the time zones. Nah, dude. Now, I'm a big nerd. You can tell that from all the video games behind me. I do have a YouTube gaming channel. But I tend to like the mechanical side of watches. I do love digital watches, but guys, I'm in awe of how remarkably stupid every part of this watch is. One, it's gold, okay? But not like gold. It has a shiny gold bezel, but the case itself is like a matte golden-like earwax color. It's two different shades of gold in two different textures that clash, stacked on top of each other. One is matte, one is gloss. They're not even the same color. You can tell that this was slapped together with different parts that were like made for different watches, and they're just like, they're both gold though, right? Like the colors are both, just put them together. But it's not the same gold, it's not the same texture. They're like, it's fine. Some idiot will buy it. The circuit board underneath, I don't even know if this thing works. It has components. I'm looking at the traces. There are traces on there. But when I think back to like the Casio F91W that has like the small display, most of the circuit board is like small and around that display. There's not all this space at the top. It's not like half of what you need in the watch is at the top of it. Think of the Casio World Time. The display is like the whole watch. or the whole like PCB. You don't have all these extra things over here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that most of this crap up here is just for show. It's just components. Maybe they do something, but they like went out of their way to get like big components and then offset them so you could see them. That's the opposite of form follows function. This is like, forget function, we got that sorted, just forget about it and reverse that and you just do form. Just do form. It's all form. And I respect that so much. It goes against the primary tenet of engineering. Just the first thing you learn, throw that crap out the window, guys. We've got a better idea. 1,000 years of practical knowledge be damned, we cracked the code. It has an inverted display on it, okay, that shows the day of the week that you can barely see. Barely, it's in the top right. I can't even see it right now, and I'm standing under studio lights, and I'm looking under every angle. It doesn't want to show up. To the left of that, you have the month and the day of the month. They are more legible. Below that, you have the time. This thing has all the same features as like a Casio World Times. You have timers, stopwatches, you can change the time zone, you can track multiple time zones, all that crap. Dude, I just look at the time and the date. Okay, that's what I do with it. It's an inverted display. They tried, I mean, I swear I feel like they tried to give it like a gold look, but I can't tell because you can't even freaking read it. It's like the hardest to see display I've ever seen. People talk about how the new Casio displays are like faded when you look at them dead on. Yeah, this one's that way too. If you look at it from an angle, just the right angle where the light from the ceiling hits it and blocks you, that's when it's at its best, okay? Right where the light gets in the way and obscures everything you're trying to see, that's when you can see the readout the best. It's awe-inspiring how much they screwed up that display. Like, it's just, I don't even know how they did that. It's like light bounces, it refracts at 45 degrees, so let's make the 45-degree viewing angle the optimal viewing angle. Like, it's like you can't see what time it is when you wear this watch. And I love that. Function follows form. Once again, it looks good. It looks black. Black goes well with gold. This thing is on a, they said burgundy. Nah, brother. This is a brown, almost purple strap. I don't know, I can't quite tell. It's either brown or purple. I'm realizing now that brown and purple, they're similar colors. They look very close, but it's brownish purple. Purple is the color of royalty. I don't know what brown has to do with that, but sometimes they put brown with gold. It's a good strap. It has no weight. This watch at all, by the way, has no weight. It's essentially made out of like compressed spider sugar and cotton candy, which, you know, it's great. It's like you don't even know it's there. You're not gonna wanna know it's there because you can't tell the time. Also, staring at it, that is no bueno. The fingerprint situation around the bezel is, it's dire, to say the least. It picks up fingerprints worse than almost any watch I've ever seen. The size of it is lied about online, okay? It is, I have my calipers here, 37.9, we'll call that 38 case width. The lug width is the classic 18 with the Casio notch in it, and the lug to lug, 43. That's pretty Casio World Timer-ish. It might even be slightly smaller. I don't know. This watch is very comfortable to wear. It fits very well. No complaints about it there. It's light. You don't even need to read it. It's a good size. It wears big because it's square. Square watches wear bigger because the edges aren't cut off, right? That's why Wendy's does their hamburgers like that. It looks like you get more, right? Because they're not round, okay? You get more surface area in a smaller space when it's round. But when it's square, it seems more substantial. They knew that here. For once, form follows function. This watch is at a perfect price point. I paid right under $10. It was $9.80 shipped from China. And it got here in the standard 2 to 8 weeks from China. Now, this watch does have one incredible selling feature, and that is the light. They decided to go with, honest to God, a green light on this watch. It looks like you're staring at the Matrix. I love that so much. I want every digital watch from now on. Casio, if you're listening, and I know you are, you're all waiting with bated breath right now to hear what I have to say. I'm not gonna let you down. Make your lights green. It looks like the Matrix. That crap's cool. It's different. I love it. It looks so freaking sick. And to pair it up, for no reason, they put a blue LED at the top left of the open heart circuit board display for no reason other than to maybe flex that you thought this circuit board was fake. Well, I'll have you know that at least 2 traces on the left side of it, buddy, those lead to an LED. There might even be a resistor in line somewhere. So yes, part of the circuit board is functional, at least the LED part of it. The rest of it, I don't even know. Maybe that's the quartz. I don't know what the big freaking chip is on it, but it's cool. I like it. I like that they did that with the LED. I like that they showed off their engineering prowess. They wired up an LED to a battery. This is not a quote unquote great watch, but this watch is great. This is the most hipster watch I have ever seen. It is a mega flex. You know the gold like Casio F91W, it's not the F, it's like the AG168, I think. That's like a flex watch because it's all gold. It looks like, you know, you see it from a distance and the person wants to gain your attention because they're wearing a solid gold watch. And then you look over at it and it's like a $60 cheap Casio and they're like, yeah, I want you to know I'm wearing a cheap watch. That's what this is. It broadcasts, I want you to know that I'm wearing a really dumb cheap watch. And that gives me so much satisfaction. I wanted to hate this watch with every ounce of my being. I bought it because I thought it would be terrible to rag on it and just tear it apart. But I just can't. If you are like a hipster or you're into like irony, you want to wear like an ironic watch, this is the king of the hill. This is the most ironic watch that has ever existed. None of it makes sense. Everything was chosen for a dumb or wrong reason, and they really accentuated that. They wanted you to know that they knew that they weren't supposed to make this watch, but they did it anyway. I really respect that. It's like those chefs that like pair fish with strawberries, and you're like, oh God, why the hell would you ever do that? What is wrong with you? Am I gonna have to call the cops? And they're like, try it. And you're like, ugh. And your buddy's like, do it, man. Come on, do it. And you can tell that chef all they want to do in the world is prove to you that at least it's not bad. They took something that's gross and elevated it to a level where it's just not bad. You eat the strawberry fish, and what you can say about it is, man, I really thought I would gag, but I didn't. This watch is that, but it actually surpasses that. This is the fish ice cream where you want to take the second bite. You don't want to eat all of it, okay? Just like this isn't my new thing now. I'm not going to define myself by the freaking strawberry fish. Did I say fish ice cream earlier? It doesn't matter. Strawberry, whatever. You're not going to eat it. But Sanda knew what they were doing with this. Or, you know, they just walked around the parts bin and whatever factory they were in Shenzhen and they just took every configuration of everything that could fit together. And this is just one of those many configurations. That's fine too. We let randomness and chaos create this watch. And as we all know, randomness and chaos breeds innovation. This is a terrible watch and I have worn it now 5 times. And every time I've worn it, I've had a really good time and enjoyed it. I wanted to hate it. I wanted so much for this to be a video about like how bad this watch is. And I'd be like, I was right guys, AliExpress doesn't have anything good. For example, this cheap crappy watch that I bought on purpose. Of course they don't have anything good. But AliExpress proved me wrong again. I don't know how this watch is gonna hold up. I can almost guarantee that I could like grab this and just like put my thumb on the front of it and just crush straight through the crystal right down into the display. I could just annihilate this watch. But you don't wear it because it's durable. You wear it to accentuate your handlebar mustache, and that's just something that I love. I'm gonna give the Sanda, I already forgot the reference number, sorry. Let me look at the back of the watch. The Sanda 6216, which comes in a variety of other dumb and also slightly less dumb colors. This is the dumbest of all of them, I think. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Is it gonna impress anybody? No. I will say this though, I posted on the Watch Crunch app that this watch was like the worst watch ever the day I got it. And I was shocked when I wore it the first time. I was like, it's actually pretty good. All the comments were like, ... It's actually not that bad. So maybe it will impress some people. I think most people are gonna get that this watch is just an ironic dumb watch. I think everybody, when you wear this, they're just gonna jump on board with your dumb choices. They're like, yeah, the whole world's on board with this watch. It's so dumb. How could you not be? Thanks for hanging around, guys. If you want to buy this watch, I don't know. I don't have an affiliate link and I don't want to look one up. Just Google it on or look it up on AliExpress or whatever. They're 10 bucks. They're probably sold out because they're so well known now and so desired by the general public. But if you like the content, do that for me. Subscribe to the channel. Give me a like. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me why AliExpress watch is the greatest thing that ever has existed in the entire world. And I'll keep buying these dumb watches. Maybe one day I'll even buy a good one. But here's the rules. If you want me to buy a good one, it can't be an homage to another watch. It has to be an original design, okay? Let's just remember that. I need these people to design something good or design something very stupid. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.